It is the 28th of March 1937. With the help of Soviet tank divisions, Spain is in a good position to maintain order and to defeat the fascists, although some anarchists, in terms of order and maintenance of such, some anarchists have been uprising around Barcelona in the east, as if we didn't have any other problems. But fortunately, they're now at war with everybody else. So we are now facing, for the first time, probably going to be facing German divisions. I'm not sure where exactly they went. There's one. So that's the 29. Infanteriedivision, motorisiert. And somewhere there's an SS division. I don't know where exactly it is. There it is, SS Verfügungstruppe. So these guys we are going to be facing eventually. But we are trying to clear up the northwestern borders, and it looks like they might be ferrying troops across the ocean, because we are starting to see resistance where there wasn't previously any. So we're still fighting on two fronts. The bigger problem is that the Germans are controlling the air in the northeast, and that is going to be difficult to challenge. But we'll solve that problem when we get to it. For now, we're dealing with aerial superiority, and we're sending a tank division south to cut the front short around Valencia and break through some of the weak anarchist divisions here, and see if we can shorten the front lines and get more divisions out. Stalin's paranoia is, of course, growing. It's 14% right now. But we have the option to forge production reports once more if it becomes necessary. We are working on the collectivization process, however, which is going to reduce it again. So it's not all as bad as it seems. All right, where do I need to look first? We'll see if we can break through here. All these are unplanned. So these are autonomous states with unplanned offensives. It's going to be super difficult to break through here. We're still trying to wipe out this one division up there in the north. And we're just defending here with some dug-in tanks. But I think the most dynamic part is going to happen here in the south for now. So let's see if we can actually break through to Valencia. And then south to Alicante. Let's see. Let's see if we can get through there with our tank divisions and make something happen, because these are some relatively weak anarchist troops, but there's some anarchist regulars about to show up. So and once again, I think our tanks, let's see if we can reinforce that in the north. We're still trying to wipe out that one division there, but difficult. Anyway, okay, and of course they have reinforced and we're fighting in the forest, but they cannot pierce our tanks, so they're not really going to do any damage. Unfortunately, again, unplanned offensives here. These mountains are open. I mean, it's mountains. Tanks in the mountains is dreadful, but it's a planned offensive, and I think we actually can break through here more easily. So let's see if we can just break them in the mountains. Light tanks in the mountains is not the greatest idea. We have the political power, and I do have to check my notes here. I think we have the political power to hire Kalinin, or we could get Voznesensky. Oh, I think I'm going to get him for factory construction speed. Yes. Okay, so let's do that and get back to our tanks in the south here. Yeah, not ideal, but I think we can break through these guys a lot more easily than through that unplanned offensive there in the south. So let's see if we can get through there. We are defending here against, and yes, so the 20th. I'm guessing this means Proletariat Donbass or something. Are now faced with Erich von Manstein's SS Verfügungstruppe, and these guys are scary. So even though we are fighting in the hills, which gives us some defensive advantages, but I think they might actually be able to break through here. So I think I am going to need a tank division south to push them back out again. Yeah, I think I am going to I am going to... Oh, also I need to change that front line to just be that. Yeah, that's better. I might need my tank divisions here to assist, to be honest. Let's give him a defensive position down here, just to get ready for the counter push, in case von Manstein can make it across the river. I don't want to have the tanks in the defense. I want to have them in the offense to push von Manstein out again, in case. And it looks like he will make it across. I think he will make it across. Despite our best efforts and despite this being a river crossing and despite being under constant air attack, unless the Spanish can reinforce, which would be really nice if they could, we might have to fall back to the mountains. Or is this in which air zone is? This is in my air zone. Okay, cool. So they have made it across the river, but we can immediately counterattack and let the mountaineers recover some. Recover some organization. We have researched the radio. I think this is still a bit ahead of time. This is still ways ahead of time. I think we are going to research anti-tank, just because that is something we're going to be needing. So let's start researching anti-tank guns. And we have retaken that position. The tanks have pushed them out. The mountaineers can get back in, and von Manstein has to come back across the river if he needs to. Okay, Spain relocates their gold reserves. Shipments from Spain have begun to arrive in our country as the Spanish government is moving their gold reserves abroad for safekeeping for the duration of the civil war. That might actually be something we can work with. Let's see. This division is still not wiped out. That's because this is all unplanned offensives in the north, and it's going to take forever to get through that. This is unplanned. This is not, but we are now entrenching the mountaineers again, so in case von Manstein is trying to get across, then things are not going to go well for him. Our tanks have broken through, but it looks like Valencia is more defended than we thought it was going to be, so... I don't think we can win this fight, unfortunately, because this is once again an unplanned offensive. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. And probably defend here. I might need a second tank division down there to clean that up, honestly. Because these are, I think none of this is planned. So this is also one of those, oh, this is gonna take forever problems. However, where's their supply coming from? Yeah, Valencia and Alicante is probably going to be their supply. So I am going to have to fall back, actually, because they can cut us off here relatively easily in the north. And I might need... Can I need this tank division here? I might need... This one's defending right now. These guys are trying to break through, but it's unplanned offensives. We're not getting anywhere. I think I'm going to send these south for now. And get them... Actually, send them here and see if we can break through there. Okay. That's not a front line. And these guys, yeah, need to fall back, unfortunately, which means they're going to reconnect. But I don't think we can hold this. I mean, we might be able to. They are extremely weak. But we are completely out of fuel. That is the problem. Yeah, we are out of fuel. Now we've got resupply, so I'm going to counterattack again and see if I can push them out from there once the tanks have regained some organization. Yeah, let's counterattack and see if we can push up to Valencia. And I'm getting a second tank division down just to help. We're not breaking this anytime soon. We're almost through there. Okay, quick look at the paranoia. 24%. That is dangerously close to 25%, but we're almost done with the collectivization process. So this is good news, which means, unless I've forgotten anything essential, that we are probably good to go. Okay. We are pushing. They're reinforcing here. Okay, and that's an unplanned offensive, yes. Okay, collectivization process, but that might mean that Valencia is open. So collectivization process is done. We're back to 4%. And next, and we have, so the farms are now collectivized, which I'm sure is going to work out really well. And next up, we are, can we go for the anti-Soviet Trotsky? Yes, we can go for the anti-Soviet Trotskyist center. However, I don't want to go for the anti-Soviet Trotskyist center just yet, because I've literally just pushed my political paranoia down to 4%. I wouldn't mind doing, and what I want to do, what I want to get to economically is finishing the 5-year plan, which gives me 2 civilian factories, and allows me to starting the third 5-year plan and getting through to these very valuable bonuses. So I'm going to throw this one in, which adds some infrastructure. Just in the meantime, we're good in terms of paranoia, so that's all fine. It'd be really lovely if the Spanish would reinforce this this position here, so I don't have to hold it all by myself. Okay, we have arrested Chiang Kai-shek. We could hang him, but I think he might be needed, because I think Japan. So okay, he has been arrested in Shangji. The problem is Japan, which is a threat to us, is going to fight China, probably, because they are, from what we've heard. So he mightn't be needed. So we'll just arrest him, but we're not actually going to get him killed and let the Chinese decide what they want to do with him. None of our business. All right. This is still going, and we're still trying to wipe out this one division here, which is really difficult. Chinese United Front is forming. That is interesting, because we might be able to send some attachés there. But it also looks like this might fail. Okay, Yunnan is joining. Yes, because this is an unplanned offensive, so we're never going to get through that. But we finally wiped out that that division there. Is anything planned up here by now? This is planned. Okay, so now we can get the encirclement done and clean up these divisions. So that's done. The US passes the Neutrality Act. Yeah, you support the fascists by inaction. Well, yes. Okay. We're being pushed here again. So unless the Spanish would actually join us here, that would be lovely in the defense. Who are we fighting actually? I have no idea who are we fighting. Oh, the SS Verfügungstruppe again. That's why. The bastards. But we now have we now have a Spanish division here as well on the defense, and we've got the tanks to counter push if we can. And we have another tank division getting ready to go through here, through there, and take Valencia if you can. And then we cut off these divisions in the south here, make something happen there. The SS is trying to get across the river again. Hopefully we can defend that. And this is surprisingly difficult to get through. I think at this point our tank divisions, if they're faced with regular Spanish infantry, this isn't even regular Spanish infantry. This is just, oh no, the Hindenburg exploded. That is just, it's just militia. Why are we struggling so much? This is a hill province. It might be that our tank divisions are a little bit underpowered at this point. So we could, if we had tanks, unfortunately, we don't. We only have the crappy ones, and they're slow, and we don't want to use those. So no, we can't really modify our tank divisions to make them more effective. I think we are going to, we're just going to give you an offensive line, and nope, no, don't attack. Just regather your organization and see if you can encircle these divisions. Where's my other tank division? Still not there, but getting there. We're holding the river against the Nazis for now. And I have the 1 tank division here to counter push them if I need to. This is all unplanned, so I'm not gonna be pushing there anytime soon. That is planned, but that's where the Mountaineers are supposed to go if they ever get there. But for now, I think I'm just gonna give them a defensive line here and just let them hold that. Concentrated 2 is done, and I think this is still way out of time. We're gonna need to do that eventually, but not just now. What I might do is improve our artillery a little bit to give us a bit more pushing power, or get our infantry, our weapons research up to speed, because that's also pretty behind. We could also go for the computing machine, but I think I can spare. We will start these way ahead of time soon. So for the meantime, I can probably, yeah, I think artillery might be better because we don't have an awful lot of infantry. I mean, obviously the motorized infantry in the tank divisions, but let's get back there. Let's get back to that. We don't have. Oh, we're fighting. Oh, this is northeastern Iberia. That's why we're fighting under red air. That is, of course, a bit of an issue. This tank division has taken some severe losses. We're missing trucks, 144 light tanks. I think they need to recover a little bit first. So they are somewhat under strength at this point from the hard fighting that they've taken. And this tank division is in good shape, so we'll use them to push through to Valencia. Quick look at the paranoia, 8%, we're fine. And after the infrastructure effort, we get back. How's our construction looking? Can we already schedule a couple more civilian factories? Yes, we can. Yes, build more civilian factories in all the, not there, not in Astrakhan, there, in the high infrastructure areas, please. Build up our civilian industry. We need to diversify that a little bit more, but Soviets are all about concentration, not about diversification. So let's see how that's going to start looking. If we can take Valencia off them, because then they might be a little bit short on supply. Let's see. And this might be open, unless they have troops defending Valencia. Then we're in the same pickle as we were. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, they have area superiority, unfortunately. So, but this seems to be undefended. Let's see if we can push these guys out from here. If we can take Valencia and the airport. Alternatively, we'll just clean them up in the south, honestly. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean up the south. And that frees up a bunch of divisions here that don't need to man the front lines. Because they tend not to attack if it's an unplanned assault. So, are we being counterattacked now? We are being counterattacked, actually. They are trying to retake Valencia, obviously. But now these two divisions in Alicante are actually pretty much cut off. We'll see. They can retake Valencia, I'll take it off them again. It's no problem. Are we making anything happen here? These tank divisions is really... Yes, we are making stuff happen here. I think we are actually making a breakthrough here. So let's see if we can push towards La Coruña and cut off all these Spanish divisions in the north here. And then we're still holding against the... who are we fighting here right now? Portuguese. Oh, we're fighting the Portuguese as well now. Interesting. But let's see if we can tidy this up here and take La Coruña off them. How's the supply situation here? It's absolutely dreadful, but that's a supply hub. If we take that, we should have enough supply to break through to La Coruña. Infrastructure effort is done. Great. And now, because we have 14% paranoia, we can... What is the next one? Give me a second. I need to check. Yeah, now we can do the... Yes, now we can do the anti-Soviet Trotskyist Center, which is going to increase our paranoia by 30, but trigger a purge. So that's going to immediately take care of that. So we should be good. Breaking through there, holding that. Okay, we don't even need to. We can just defend here, because I think these guys are already going to wipe them out in Alicante, unless they break out again. But yeah, these guys should now be more in trouble in support-wise. Oh, their last standing, nice. That'll cost them. The Germans aren't breaking through here. Chinese United Front is forming, and we might send some. We might send another attaché over there, just to maintain our war support as well. I think we're almost breaking through, but this is of course again another unplanned offensive. And while we have air support, it's a little far away from Madrid, so it's going to take a while to get there. But I think we're cleaning this up here pretty much. We're holding this line, and Alicante will be cleaned up, and we've finished the defense. So let's complete the breakthrough here after we've taken Valencia, and make that cleaned up. Okay, and then we can start concentrating our armor. Yep, we've taken the supply hub. Let's take the airport off them, and then wipe out these divisions here. And obviously take the port of La Coruña. I mean, they still have supply from Vigo, I suspect, but they now no longer have the chance of actually putting any air force up. And as such, I think we are good to go. I'm just keeping an eye on anything that I need to do. I could add division or army spirits. I'm definitely not going to do the division command. Might go static defense later if necessary. But do I need to do anything here? I think this is infantry experience gained from combat. Yeah, no, I'm not yet gonna take these. I am saving up because we also need to take doctrines eventually. Okay, the air is currently still helping out here, but I think we're now more starting to fight. Now, we'll help out here for now. We have taken that air base, so I am gonna move them. I am gonna move them to that air base. And that should allow us to clean up the remaining troops here with some air support, and then we can start working on the rest of it. We might be able to break through here eventually, but they have air superiority here, so it's going to be real slow going. We'll wear them down eventually, but it'll take a while. And these guys can work with Alicante. That's fine. They can deal with that. Just making sure that we're not getting cut off anywhere here, but we need to take La Coruña, and then we can wipe out these remaining divisions here, and then that's the Western Front pretty much cleaned up, and then we can concentrate all our focuses on the other side. I would like to encircle some Germans and wipe these out if we can, but for now this doesn't look too bad. I can keep that going for a while. Improved machine tools is finished, and Amelia Earhart disappears. It is a loss for aviation indeed. This is still a ways ahead. I think I'm going to start down. We do need radar eventually, but I think I'm going to go down and start catching up on some of the infantry techs. Unfortunately, I don't have the political power to take any kind of advisors just yet here, but we are building up a little bit of experience eventually. Okay, so looks like La Coruña. Okay, interesting. Spanish gold reserves. It has been some time since the Spanish gold reserves arrived in our country, and we have continued to send ample aid to nationalist Spain without payment. Members of the government are beginning to comment on the farcical state of these affairs. So what we could do is we could, use that, which gives us minus 5% consumer goods factories, or we can just literally leave it to them. I think I like the sound of 5% consumer good factories, because that's going to boost our, and this snowballs eventually, this boosts our construction. So 25 political power I can afford. So let's take that. Sorry, Spain. And that gets us down to 18. So that was 5 factories for a year that we just got, which is quite nice. Why can't we break? Okay, because it's we should have the Air Force in the air now. Yeah, it's starting to have an effect. Okay, so Air Force is starting to have an effect. We have encircled these divisions here. So let's wipe that out while already... Actually, no, let's just wipe that out. And then we can see where we can push next. Because now... Oh, this is open, actually. This is all the anarchist heartland here. They should actually be at war with each other. I'm not sure why they're only at war with me. But, okay, we have retaken that. So... This is hills. Is there any supply line that we can take? Barcelona is the next supply port, or Zaragoza. But getting through, this is all mountainous, so my tanks are actually not needed down here. Let's get these. Let's get these tank divisions. Let's kill that front line and get these tank divisions back on that front line, and assist in the north, where. You know, things are going down. Light tanks. Do we? Yeah, we still don't have any BT-7As in reserve. I think my divisions. If I'm going to have a look at my divisions, they are somewhat under strength here, unfortunately. And we are starting to run some T-26s, which is not great. I'm not super happy about. Also, these guys are somewhat under-equipped. Where are we missing infantry equipment? They should have priority, because I'm reasonably certain I said reinforcement priority, and these guys are only on low priority, so they shouldn't be getting any. But let's see. The troops in active combat actually should be getting stuff. Why are you not busing it back here? And please use the trains. Yes, they are. Okay, is anything open here? Not just yet. Burgos is still unplanned. We're going to need to prepare the offensive. And, okay. Japan has declared... Lots of things happen. Japan has declared war on China. And the second Moscow trial has completed. So after we've shot all the group of Trotskyists and terrorists, the NKVD has found more. We have arrested Karl Radek. And he has revealed the existence of a widespread network of people fully or partially working with Trotsky in practically all areas of the government, including the military. The ringleaders have already been arrested and confessed under interrogation, which means we've tortured them until they said yes, just to make an end of it. Including Radek are now on trial. Their crimes are less than the ones charged in the last trial, but the death penalty is certainly a possibility. Another group of traitors brought to justice. This means we are now shooting Smiga, an economist, Radek, who's a revolutionary, and a couple of more advisors. But it reduces Stalin's paranoia again. So our advisor list is certainly shrinking. So as everybody who was in prison is already dead now, is certainly shrinking. But we are once again clear in terms of paranoia. So what are we doing next? Let's see, where am I? We can finish the 5-year plan, I believe, at this point. And I think we finished it somewhat early, because we should have enough factories. Yes, we have enough factories. We've got 104 factories. So we can finish the 5-year plan, which grants us more civilian factories, and then we can start working on the next one eventually, but we do need 120 factories for that, so let's do that first. And we do need, obviously, now to keep an eye on Stalin's paranoia, but we have some possibilities to forge and run high-yield decisions. I would love to get an attaché to China, but I don't really want to waste the political power for that just yet. Maybe I do. Would they... Okay, they're not... we don't have enough enough political power anyway. Okay, now let's focus back on the civil war for now then, shall we? So they can hold that down here. They're almost done with Alicante, which will free up some divisions, and the tanks are moving north, and these guys need to go on to the front line. Why are we so out of supply up here? That's why. I think I would like the next push to go into Bilbao, because that'll give us supply. So I might actually redraw these front lines. Unfortunately, it's urban, but if I get... Okay, let's redraw those, because it's mildly confusing it now. These two are just holding here, although the Germans haven't done anything. They haven't tried getting across, so I think I can relieve this tank division from that counter push order, and can get 1, 2, 3, 4 tank divisions, and give them a front line here. Well, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, 1 front line, please, for the 4 tank divisions. I'm not sure. Okay, that seems to have worked. And your order is going to be to take Bilbao, and then basically break through to the south. So let's get them in position for now. And the German-Soviet treaty is in effect. So while we are fighting the SS Verfügungstruppe, Molotov and Ribbentrop, I think. Is this Molotov-Ribbentrop? No, it isn't actually. This is just generally a research treaty. Okay. So capitalists are worst threat to both of us. Yeah. Also because the the debuffs are severe if you don't. This will actually get us closer together and get us the A20, which is a precursor to the T-34. And the KV-1 heavy tank, and two research bonuses for armor technology. So we'll sign that pact, a trade pact with the Germans. How's things looking here, actually? I think we still haven't taken La Coruña, but I think we're working on it. So we'll get there eventually. We can't build these tanks yet, I believe. Let's have a quick look. No, we cannot, because we are lacking the research. So we need the 1938 mediums and the 1934 heavies to build the A20 and the KV-1s. And we'll do that eventually, but right now we are more interested in industry, and we don't have the factories to build the tanks anyway, but it's good to have the designs ready, let me put it that way. Okay, so everybody should now be moving to their new front lines. Why are you not moving to your new front line? Can you please move to your new front line? And you people as well, move to your front lines. And get ready for the assault on Bilbao. So everybody up to your front lines, please. And the mountain divisions are just holding that river crossing here. And that all looks good. The Marco Polo Bridge incident. Yes, the Japanese are going to assault China. And we might, yeah, I'm reasonably certain we might be sending an attaché. Can we send an attaché now? Oh, because we still don't have the political power. Dang it. Okay, we're finishing the 5-year plan. Well, we do have to keep an eye on paranoia. It's at 7% right now. When it reaches 24, we need to use the decisions to break it down. But let's get back to where the action is in the Spanish Civil War. And we're still trying to break La Coruña. This tank division is really starting to suffer from lack of material. I'm not sure why we are not getting resupplied here, but resupply should be available. Okay, we are. Nope, we're not. I think we're not actually taking La Coruña. Let's just help wiping out this division there and clear up that front line. Don't need it. And the rest of the tank divisions. Oh, there's no supply up here. And Bilbao, yeah, we're never breaking through to Bilbao. Not unless it's oh, actually, no, it is a... Okay. We need to try and break Bilbao. Let's see if that's going to work. because that's going to give us the supply that we need. Now we are fighting under German air cover, but it's not an awful lot, and I think the tank divisions can break in here. I am thinking of leaving one behind, but I want to get the supply first. Okay, so we've taken Bilbao, and I am almost, yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing, take the airport, and I don't know if that'll break German air superiority, but we're gonna exploit, we're gonna leave one tank division behind and get the other two to try and exploit that and try to push towards Burgos. And that one that gets left behind can assist with the assault onto the airport and see if we can, it's not going to be an encirclement, but okay, we are getting counterattacked actually quite noticeably. We have taken the airport, so I think we can try to push through here actually. Let's see what happens. Holding Bilbao is massive because that allows us to, and the Germans are still having air, so they probably have air in the east, but I think I can now start. I'm not going to get my fighters over to this airport and start contesting this air region here. While the dive bombers, the tactical bombers are still helping out on the other side. And let's see if we can widen the front, we can shorten the front line. This is unplanned. Okay, never gonna happen. But let's see if we can break through here. And that would, it's not yet going to cut them off, but we have another tank division here to try and cut off some more of their positions here. We'll see how far that gets us. We do have to keep an eye on the paranoia, 13%, all good. We do have to see how far that gets us because we are obviously running out of the supply lines. And we are very stretched very thin here. Yeah, I don't think we're breaking through any further, so I'm just going to defend here for now. And see if I can push them out a little bit more while the Spanish infantry is running in and is trying to assist here. Okay, now we are low on supply, and I think I'm going to go on the defense here for now. But that has driven a wedge into the Spanish positions here. Now, how are our planes doing? Actually, our planes are doing okay. We do have air superiority. We are losing. We've shot. We have shot down. We have shot down because we're starting to get the I-16As. That's why we're starting to get the I-16As. We have shot down probably a Bf-109. So well done. No need to defend Burgos any longer. But try to cut them off here somewhere if we can. I would love for them not to be able to get out of this, but I don't think this is going to happen. No, it isn't. So I think we're just gonna. I think we'll try to surround them around Pamplona instead. And this is too far already from Bilbao to make the supply happen. Yeah. We do have supply from Bilbao, but it's not enough to reach this area. So they unfortunately have a corridor to. They do have a corridor to escape, and it's quite funny that we've just signed the research treaty with the Germans. Yeah, let's go back for La Coruña and then help out. But yeah, we're almost done here. I think we can start moving the tactical bombers over as well. That'll give us additional aerial superiority, and I think that means we will be able to get through this. Now, one thing I was curious about is to see if, yeah, he gets a little bit. He doesn't get infantry leader, interestingly enough. A little bit on commando, definitely trickster, which would be a really good one to have. And organizer is, we're working on that as well. So yeah, he's gaining some skills here. I know that you could be more I know that you could be super efficient with. Well, actually, we might not want to go through here because they are all relocating. Ah, we have an opening. Take that. Not sure we want to go through here. I know you can be more efficient in your kind of general grinding and do like specialized things here, but I think I really don't want to necessarily cheese it too much. Let me put it that way. Let's see if we can. Yeah, they're relocating to the east, all of them. Let's see if we can. This is not an encirclement, unfortunately, but we might be able to push them out from here. I know it's an attack across the river, but I think we can push them out from there, and that would be an encirclement of all these divisions, and we might be able to catch the SS Verfügungstruppe in the encirclement. So we've got tank division here. We've got no supply, but we are holding the airport. Which is the important part. So let's see if we can cut this off, and then I think I didn't check the paranoia. 22%. Okay. We are going to forge satisfactory production reports because once the 5-year plan is finished, the next thing after finishing the 5-year plan, we can't take. Let's see what's still available here. We can take the workers' dictatorship. Which, but this is only giving me a 10, and it's a 70-day focus. So we're going to need to forge anyway. So let's forge satisfactory production reports, and let us see if we can manage to get an attaché into China. Send attaché, they will not accept. So we do need to improve relations with China, which brings us below the political power again, but we'll do that first. And I think we are done here. Yes, we are done here. So we can send these tanks to help clean up these German divisions. We'll see if we can get the encirclement going. And this is all unplanned, is it? Yeah, I think it's unplanned. But I think we will be able to get these Italians out of here, and that would be a nice encirclement of the SS Verfügungstruppe as well as this Italian division over there. We have researched the 37mm anti-tank gun. We do need to research something else. So the next one is still very much ahead of time. But I think I am starting to get caught up with the research. That is ahead of time. That's already ongoing. Which means I can probably... I can kick off computing machine for research speed, or I can start kicking off these. These are way ahead of time, so it's gonna... I'm still gonna wait until it's only 1 year. So I think I'm gonna do the computing machine first. Okay. So let's just clean up this let's get this encirclement done here. Let's see if we can break these Italians. I think we can, and then we will have we have created the Kessel. So now we can destroy the SS Verfügungstruppe here, and then I think that is probably spelling the end for the. I mean, they're still holding a decent amount of country here, but these are some pretty severe losses that they were taking, and I think then we can. How is our supply situation here? Yeah, once we take Burgos, I think it's gonna get better. Then this all should be supplied. So, how's it looking in the air? Yeah, the Luftwaffe is still in the air, and. I think they are disrupting our planes. We've lost 40 fighters already versus 10 shot down. So heavy losses on our side. But we have the production and the stockpile to sustain that. And oh no, you don't get to reconnect. Send the tanks there and then push them back out again. 2 tank divisions, please. Send them back there and send them and kick them back out again. Just make sure they don't reconnect. Actually, I don't think they can, honestly. That's fine. They can stay here. So they can do the southern push. And then once yeah, we'll get these wiped out. Quick look at Paranoia, 11%. We have enough to get ourselves an attaché in China, which brings our war support back up again as well. Send an attaché, they will accept, and stop improving relations. Okay. So we're now also getting in Spain and from both Spain and China will give us part of the experience. And yeah, okay, we'll watch these German divisions be destroyed, and then I'll call the episode for today. I think I was going a bit longer than normal here, but I just would like to see these. I would like to see these ending. And yeah, they are encircled. There's absolutely nothing they can do about that. The SS Verfügungstruppe will go down, despite our. And what have we got else? We got here 2 Italian divisions, 1 Portuguese, 3 Italian divisions. Okay, this is probably the bulk of their foreign troops in this encirclement up north here. So I might actually just, given that we have no supply there anyway, I might send another tank division in to help out with that. And I might send another tank division. This is across rivers, so it's less than ideal. We'll send another tank division over there to help with that as well. And yeah, we're defeating them in the air. So once that's done, then and we have finished the 5-year plan, which means we now have more factories to build. Let's do that. We've got 100% infrastructure here, so we can start building up some industry there. And I think, yep, that'll keep them busy for now. And the next one after the 5-year plan is we need to improve our industry. And the best way to improve our industry is to ask, well, it's a hard one, but we will ask the Americans for assistance, because that gives me 5% construction speed. I could go with national specialists as well. I'm thinking of going foreign experts because that will make the Gasprojektsstreu available, which I think was so this is probably the historical path, and this gives me this improves the local industrial designers, which these are good, right? So the Leningrad Industrial Institute, minus 2% supply consumption, or the Stalingrad tractor factory, these are good ones. This, however, gives me construction speed, which, given that I still need to build up a military industry as well, is probably the more valuable one. So we'll do that, and then that's that, and then we'll just finish this one here. And are these still okay? Interwar artillery is done. I think we can start with the construction one. Yes, I know it's almost 400 days because we're doing it way ahead, but I do want these. And I do want. There are some bonuses in the focus tree that we can use to speed this up. So this is still going on. Oh yeah, because this is unplanned. Yeah, these are both unplanned offensives. So this might actually still be going on for a while. But I do want to clean that up before I end the episode. Didn't I have a tank division over there somewhere? Not sure where it went. Where are the Mountaineers actually, by the way? Oh, they're here. Are we counterattacking for some reason? We are. But we do have supply again, which is nice. So our divisions have been resupplied, which is good. I think I'm going to stop the attack with the Mountaineers. I'm just going to leave them there. Delete that fallback line. And since we're at it already, delete that front line. Mountaineers can stay where they are. Are these my Mountaineers? Where are my Mountaineers? Where are they? Okay, I have no idea where that division went, but I'm sure it's doing good things. So let's make sure that we clean this up. Yeah, we forged, and once we have 30 political power, we can do the high yield propaganda again to counter the consumer goods factories and to make sure that we're producing at top speed. And yeah, then the next one that we can do here is the workers' dictatorship, and then the military conspiracy, but that also still has a timer on it, so that's going to take a while until we can get that done. All right. So I really just want to see that front line cleaned up. It's an absolute mayhem up here. I think, given that these are unplanned, this is going to take a long time. So, okay, sorry. I'm going to have to end the episode because it's going to take forever, because these are unplanned offensives, and this will be a long time until these are sorted. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.